Los Angeles, February 2013. A young woman vanished in the middle of a crowded city. No witnesses, no cries for help, only one elevator video left behind. And it terrified the world. For 19 days, hundreds of people unknowingly used the same water source that held her body. This is not a horror story. This is a real case, the case of Elisa Lam. In 2013, Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old girl from Vancouver, Canada, began a solo trip along the west coast of the United States. To gain her family's permission, she promised she would call home every night. For the first 3 days, she kept that promise. But on the fourth day, the familiar call never came. That was also the day she was supposed to leave Los Angeles for Santa Cruz. Yet Elisa never checked out of the Cecil Hotel. The sudden silence pushed her family to contact police. When officers searched her room, they found all her belongings intact and no signs of struggle. Elisa had originally stayed in a shared room to save money, but her roommates requested she be moved due to her strange behavior. The hotel gave her a private room. That detail seemed insignificant at first, but later became impossible to ignore. Nearly 2 weeks passed with no leads until February 14th, when police released the now infamous elevator footage. In the video, Elisa steps into the elevator and presses every button. At first she stands still, but panic soon sets in. She repeatedly peeks outside, hides in the corner as if someone is following her, steps in and out, and makes unusual hand gestures, as though communicating with someone unseen. The most disturbing part, for over 3 minutes the elevator doors never close, despite multiple button presses. At one moment, the doors begin to shut, then abruptly reopen, even though she's nowhere near the sensor. Many believe someone tampered with the elevator, possibly a hotel employee. Despite the chilling footage, police still couldn't determine where Elisa went after leaving the elevator. The hotel continued operating until guests began complaining about weak water pressure, dark-colored water, and a strange taste. A maintenance worker, Santiago Lopez, went to check the rooftop water tanks. When he opened the lid, he froze. Inside was the heavily decomposed body of Elisa Lam, floating in the same water guests had been using for 19 days. The autopsy was difficult due to severe decomposition, but police declared the death an accidental drowning. However, the public couldn't ignore the bizarre inconsistencies. The rooftop door was locked and alarmed. The water tanks were tall and heavy to access, and when the body was found, the hatch was closed. Something impossible to do. From the inside, police dogs had searched the roof earlier, yet detected no trace of her. Her phone was missing, and stranger still, new posts appeared on her blog even after her presumed death. Though this may have been scheduled posts, many believe Elisa was murdered. If the killer was a hotel employee, they could manipulate the elevator, erase footage, access the rooftop, and stage the scene without suspicion. Others believe the elevator video was edited, missing timestamps, jump cuts, and Elisa's mouth pixelated when she appeared to speak, preventing lip reading. But because the Cecil Hotel has a dark history, home to murders, suicides, and serial killers like Richard Ramirez and Jack Unterweger, some believe something supernatural was involved. Many noticed Elisa's actions resembled the elevator game, an occult ritual said to transport players to another dimension. In the video, the moment the elevator begins to close, then immediately reopens, is seen as evidence she was not alone. An eerie coincidence made the case even stranger. At the time Elisa disappeared, a tuberculosis outbreak occurred near the hotel, and the diagnostic test used for it was named Lam Elisa, a coincidence almost too bizarre to believe. The final theory, and the official conclusion, suggests Elisa suffered a mental breakdown due to improper use of her bipolar and depression medications. This could explain her strange behavior in the elevator and why she fled to the rooftop via the fire escape unnoticed. Many experts believe Elisa, in a state of panic, truly thought something was chasing her, and in her attempt to hide, she fell into the water tank. But the questions remain. How was the tank lid closed? Was the elevator footage edited? And what exactly terrified Elisa moments before she vanished? To this day, the death of Elisa Lam remains one of the darkest mysteries of the Cecil Hotel, a story filled with empty spaces where the truth, if it exists at all, seems to have been swallowed by the shadows of that building.